Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games and part 2 of my GLOOMSPITE GITZ 30-day army build challenge. So in this video, I'll take you through the progress I've made so far and show you exactly what I've got planned for the next few days. Here we are at the table, and as you can see, everything's built now. So all the models for the army are put together. And I've also gathered some different materials that I want to use for the basing and for making some different pieces of terrain to go alongside these models. I thought it'd be cool to have a look at the different units, so just to recap exactly what's going to be part of the army going forward, and then have a look at some of the pieces I've gathered for the terrain as well. So let's get started with all the different units. So I've got two different leaders. I've got the Loon Boss on giant cave squig here. I'll just focus on that properly. So there you can see him, great model. This was already built, so I had a little head start here and I primed it already. And then I've got the Loon Boss. So there he is. This is the one that comes with the Start Collected set, and you can see that unboxed and built on a separate video that I did earlier today. So those are the two leaders. Then here you can see we've got Zarbag and Zarbag's Gitz, so that's going to be a unit, and Zarbag's got the magic ability so he can do some spells in the battles. I've got two different squig herds, and I've built all the four different versions of the herders as well. So that's really great. One was already built and primed, and then this one over here was from the Start Collecting set. So they're going to be the two squig herds. Then they've got the squig hoppers that I decided to build as Boingot Bounders. So these guys are great. They've got that little bit extra range with the attack, and they're a little bit tougher. I just like their stats a lot more, and they look cool with those like javelins going into the battle. So yeah, got two of those, one there and another one on the other side. Then we've got the three rock gut troggers here at the back. These are probably my favourite models from this collection so far. I think they look awesome. Loads of character. Again, they're from Start Collecting. Then the best name for a unit, the Sneaky Snufflers. Here I built three, primed them already, and I was going to sell the other three, but I thought I'll just keep them now. Now I'm playing Age of Sigmar, I can have a little unit of 6, and so they're going to be fun to play as well. And then finally, over here, we've got Molog and his mob. So this is another Underworld set, and he's a great character. I really like his backstory, and so he's really fun to include too. So this is everything now, all put together, built and ready to go. So I've just got to wait for the sun to come out so I can spray the rest of the models, and then I can start painting them. So that's the army, and that's 1,155 points as it stands there. I'm also starting to think about some terrain that I want to build to go alongside them. So I want them to be like in the woods, coming out of the caves. I'm thinking about making a version of the moon terrain piece that you can buy. So just making it out of foam and clay. I might give that a go rather than buying it. But I want to do some scatter terrain that's kind of like a thick, dense woods, or even a bit of a jungly effect. And then I can use that with my Katachan army that I'm going to build after I've done this one. And I picked up these big sheets of foliage from the pound store, and these are £2 each. They're 25 centimetres by 25 centimetres, and just packed with these big thick leaves. So these are going to be great for the jungle, and you can just pull them off like that, and then you get all these little plants. So they could be quite cool. Glue them into a little base, and then I've got loads of other materials to go with them, and I thought I might do something around some ruins. So I had these like cheap Jenga knockoff version bricks that I found, and I thought it'd be cool just to cut these up, chip away at them, make them look like aged bricks, and then build up some of this foliage all around them. So that's one thing I'm going to do. And then I've got all the other little bits that I've been collecting, like little twigs and rocks, so I can sprinkle all that in, and all different types of sawdust and all different bits of flocking from all different sizes. So lots of materials I've already got. So the only thing I've really bought for this so far are these £2 sheets, and I got 2 of them. So we'll see how much I can do with that, and also with some foam I've got lying around. Then for the bases, I want to tie that into that woodland theme as well, and I'm trying out another Vallejo earth texture. This time it's the dark earth. So I've done 2 before, and they were brilliant, really great to use. I loved them, so I bought this other one, and this is going to be hopefully just the right colour once it dries. And then I'm going to use some different materials. I've got some static grass here, so we'll see how that goes. And then I've got some different medium green coarse turf, a blended turf, the green blend, and also some underbrush, medium green, all from Woodland Scenics. I bought these on Amazon at a really good price actually, and some on Wayland Games too. And so I'll put some links in the description if you want to see those. They're mainly going to be for the terrain, and I've still got some of those foam pieces that I've cut out as well that I just need to add some grass and things like that too. So I'm going to use it for that, but also for this as well, and we'll see how we go on the bases and also on the terrain pieces too. I've really been looking into using these for Warcry a lot more now as well. So with the new stats in the most recent Tome of Champions 2021, this has got the Gloomspite Gitz in there, and I totaled it up. If you use all the models, you're going to end up with a total of 980 points. Perfect. So you can have a proper warband just with Zarbag's Gitz. So that's really great. And this also includes Molog's Mob and Ripper's Snarlfangs. And I was going to include Ripper's Snarlfangs, and then I thought I'd leave them out because when I put them together with these, they didn't really match in with the theme of it all. So I'm going to leave them out for now, but certainly can use them in Warcry with the Gloomspite Gitz if we want to. But mainly I'm going to be focusing on the models here for Age of Sigmar, and then taking from them to build little warbands to play in Warcry as well. So yeah, I'll be doing a video on this really soon for the Gloomspite Gitz, and going through the different underworlds or Bladeborn fighters that you can use now. So I'm playing catch up. I had to take a week or two off unexpectedly, and so now I'm catching up with all the content, and so I'm going to catch up with all that Warcry content that I was going to do from the Tome of Champions. And then of course there's this, the Harbingers of Destruction book, which has got the abilities for the Gloomspite Gitz and the regular cards, which all also tie in with the Tome of Champions fighters too. So yeah, that's going to be a fun video going through the Gloomspite Gitz in detail and relating it to the models you can see here in the army. So I'm 3 days into the challenge now, and this is video part 2, but we're up to day 3. Really happy with the progress. I had a good head start with a lot of these models already built, but now with them all put together and all the sets unboxed and everything, it's time to get them painted, and I can't wait for that. So I don't think it's going to take that long, especially doing these 20 herds of squigs, because that's going to be quite quick to paint. I painted one for the Orc Commandos for Kill Team, and it didn't take long at all. So yeah, this is going to be really fast. And this Vallejo earth texture really speeds things up with the basin. And then also on top of that, with Zarbag's Gitz and Molog, the bases are already formed as well. So it's just a case of painting those up. But I'll add some extra textures and some of that flocking and things to those as well. So that's the next step, get these primed and painted, and then I'm going to have an army ready to go up against my Cruel Boys, which is awesome. I've also got a Beasts of Chaos army up to 750 points, and some others too. So I've got plenty of these for these guys to fight against. Slaves to Darkness as well. I can pick out some great armies for that, up to that 750 point value. But once I've got this army painted, my plan is to do a How to Play Age of Sigmar series, and I'm also doing the How to Play Warhammer 40,000 series at the same time. So that's going to be really cool to get both of those series up on the channel, and then once they're up on the channel, by April I'll be ready to start the battle reports properly. So there we go, that's the update for part 2 of the challenge. I'd love to know what you think so far about the models. Does this look like a fun army to play in your experience? And do you think I've got enough wizards? Do I need more wizards in this? Having just Zarbag might not be enough. Maybe I need a few more dotted in there. Perhaps the Goba Palooza would be a good addition. But I'd love to hear your recommends and what you think would be good maybe to add to this army later on. I'll keep you updated with the progress, so look out for part 3 coming soon, where hopefully the painting would have begun, but I'll also be doing the videos where I go through the different books and for Warcry, so we can look at the Gloomspite Gitz and this particular army in Warcry and how we can use some of the different fighters for it, and so that'll be up on the channel very soon as well. I hope you're enjoying these videos and these challenges, and thanks so much for joining me for the Gloomspite Gitz. I can't wait to get these finished and on the table. I think they're going to be a real fun army to have in the collection. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Please like if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.